Imagine 300 men standing shoulder to shoulder in a narrow stone throat of land, shields overlapping, spears bristling, while an ocean of enemies stretches beyond the horizon. This is not a legend. It is the Battle of Thermopylae. Over 3 days in 480 BC, a handful of Greeks turned a tiny pass into the world's most unforgettable last stand. In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn who they were, how they fought, what mistake broke their line, and why their sacrifice changed the course of history. Ready? Let's step into the smoke, sand, and clatter of bronze. In 480 BC, Persian King Xerxes marched a vast invasion force toward mainland Greece. The Greek city-states were terrified of being overrun, but they had one strategic advantage: geography. Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, was a narrow coastal pass where mountains pinched the land to a few meters wide. Whoever held that choke point could block tens of thousands. The Greek alliance chose this spot to slow the Persian advance, buying time for the rest of Greece to prepare. Leading the defense was King Leonidas of Sparta, famed for discipline and training. Leonidas brought 300 Spartan hoplites, full-time soldiers forged by rigorous training, and a few thousand allied Greeks. The Spartans were the backbone, heavily armored, disciplined, and drilled to fight in close formation. The phrase Spartans would soon mean more than a people. It would become shorthand for unyielding courage. The narrowness of Thermopylae negated the Persians' numerical advantage. Persian cavalry in massed numbers could not deploy effectively in the pass, so the Greeks used the phalanx, rows of spears and shields, to punch and hold the line. For 2 days, wave after wave of Persian assaults crashed against the disciplined hoplites. Greek spears met Persian shields, arrows filled the sky, but could not break the compact formation. The simple, brutal math of heavy hoplites and a narrow funnel favored the defenders. On the second night, a local Greek named Ephialtes showed Persian generals a hidden mountain path that bypassed the pass. With this knowledge, the Persians sent troops around the Greek rear. When Leonidas learned of the encirclement, he made a stark choice. He dismissed most of the allied forces to save them for the coming battles, and he remained with his 300 Spartans and a small band of volunteers to hold the rear and delay the enemy. What followed is the stuff of both history and myth. Surrounded, vastly outnumbered, and facing inevitable defeat, Leonidas and his men fought with everything they had. The Spartan phalanx broke only when numbers and exhaustion overwhelmed them. Ancient accounts differ on exact details, but the image that endures is of a last, orderly stand. Shields shattered, spears snapped, men refusing to break ranks. Their sacrifice was total and spectacular. Although the defenders were defeated at Thermopylae, their stand achieved its strategic purpose. The delay allowed Greek city-states, especially Athens, to evacuate and regroup. The time bought by Thermopylae contributed directly to later Greek victories at Salamis and Plataea, where the Persian invasion was finally repelled.